entering a statement like 2k squared plus 1, and then using an index variable k, going from 1 to 5 in steps of 1. This is the generic form. So I'm going to repeat that, 2k squared plus 1. But I'm going to change the index variable to k, and we're going to end in 5 elements, not 100. And so I produce the same result that I had before. Make list is the command that produces. There's the index k here going from 1 to 5. And this is the formula based on k that will give me my elements of the list. Okay, we're going to store that into list L2. You can create a list from a list. In that case, you go for list, create list from a list. And it's giving me a generic command here, and then you have to fill. And what I did down here was to fill with L2. That's the list I just stored. I'm sorry, the list I'm going to create. No, I think what's happening is here. I got list L2, which has 5 elements, and I had list L1 that I store over here that has 6 elements. So basically what it's going to do is going to look at the form of L1, 6 elements, and it's going to replace each element with the list L2. This is an interesting form to put the document right here. But basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lists within brackets, and that's a nested list. And so basically what I did is like, okay, take the list L2 and create as many elements as in list L1. Then we have under list, create list, read list, and these 3, I'm going to skip them. I couldn't find any way to operate them. And we're going to go to use list. This is the second entry here. Use list, and it has apply function to each element. So we go for that one, use list, apply function to each element, and that produces an entry form where we're going to apply a function, say the function sine. Let me apply cosine to list L2. And so it's mapping the cosine function to list L2. If I want to see numbers here, I do float, percentage symbol. And again, if you want to reduce you can do like that, and then you can say float map cosine L2, which is basically putting together these 2 commands. And then you get similar results to this one, but only with 6 digits. The example I had tried before was this one, and if I type float, it will give me those results. And the next three, I couldn't figure out the operation of those things, so you're going to have to excuse me about this. And I'm not dealing with any exporting to any file, so we're going to skip that one. Instead, we're going to go to the next, which is extract elements. I just listed here my list L1 and L2. Now, I am going to eliminate. Oh, can I eliminate well, maybe I can do that, because I have all the outputs already out there, and I don't want to show them. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to pause right now. Actually, I can show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the top of my document, go to Cell, remove all output, and then I'm going to go at the point where I was, which was the remove all output, and then I'm going to go at the point where I was, which was the extract elements around right here, and do cell, evaluate cells above, which will carry me up to this particular point. Now I want to show you the L1 and L2 because we're going to show the extract element. You go list, extract elements, and we're going to stack the nth element, that's the very last one. I'm sorry, out of the list, let's say L2, we're going to start extract element number 4. So that's this element. In the example that I have here, I'm extracting the third element of list 1. You don't have to go through all this. You can just type the name of the list and then in the element you want extracted in brackets. I thought I was able to cover the list menu in a video shorter than 10 minutes.